Hey, what's up? This is home party training part one. Part one because I don't know how long this is gonna go. So if it starts going a little long, we're gonna cut it short and do part two later. So, the ultimate home party training. All right. Awesome. So you guys should be excited because home parties are the bomb. And I know with Younique, we talk a lot about social media, but selling the products in person is one of the easiest ways to sell. Like, it's you're going to sell no matter what. Like, you could totally botch the whole thing and you'll still have sales, okay? I've never done a home party that hasn't had at least $500 in sales. In fact, I've never met with a person in person with the makeup and not sold at least something. So showing the products in person is a huge advantage. Anytime you can get in front of people, like, do it. Do it, okay? So I'm going to give you my top tips for home parties. Just so I have, not to brag, but just so you guys know where I'm coming from. I did another direct sales business before Younique for 6 years, and pretty much the only way I did the business was home parties. So I have done, I can't even tell you how many home parties that I've done. So not just with Younique, but with another company. So I'm going to share my top tips for you. So first off, setting up a home party. How the heck do you get a home party? You just got to ask. And I don't usually call it a home party. I usually call it a girls' night in. Hey, let's play with makeup with your friends. Sometimes I don't even give it a name. We could do spa night. And you just have to suggest it. Most people are not going to ask you, hey, can we do something at my house? So you have to be the one to say it. And a lot of times my home events will come from like doing a one-on-one or meeting with a local customer. And so I always suggest that if I sell anything to a local customer, if I have a one-on-one with somebody, I will just move right into the home party option. Hey, you know what would be super fun is why don't we get a bunch of girlfriends together and throw a little shindig, and I'll bring my makeup trunk and we'll just play. And that's literally what I say. Like, we'll just play. We'll play with makeup. It's so much fun. And I also add this in. People love to be able to try the products in person. Because here's what I'm trying to convince her. I'm trying to convince her that her friends will want to do it, right? If she thinks her friends will want to do it, then she'll do it. If she doesn't think her friends are going to want to do it, then she won't. Even if it means free stuff for her, that's not why people book parties. People do not book parties to get free stuff. Usually. Okay, that's like a side thing. They book it because they think their friends will like it. Because they don't want to look stupid, in front of their friends offering this product that nobody wants. So really stress that their friends are going to have fun. It's so easy. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. People love it. Okay, get that kind of vibe going there. All right, and then you can also throw in the free stuff. You can also ask her, hey, what are some other things that you didn't get today that you would like to get? Hey, how about we help you earn that? Why don't we do a girls' night in? Now, here's the kicker, okay? Here's how you close that. You can't just ask somebody if they want to do it, because here's what usually happens when you do that. They go, oh yeah, that sounds like fun. I'll think about it. No, we don't want them to think about it, okay? We want to set a date. Hey, let's go ahead and pick a date. My calendar fills up pretty fast. I'm sure you're the same way. So let's go ahead and pick a date, and I'll get it all set up for you. It's super easy. What about Tuesday next week or Thursday next week? So you're giving them two options. But you are not walking away from that conversation without a date booked. Okay, you have to close that, because otherwise it's just going to sit out there in la la land. They're not going to commit to it, and you're just going to be stuck being like, man, did she want it? And then you're going to feel awkward like following up with her. So pick a date, set a date, write it down. Okay? Then what you're going to do once you have a date is you're going to create a Facebook event. I know it's a home event, all right? I get it. But she's still going to have friends that don't live locally. Plus, by doing a Facebook event, like let's say you set up like 5 days before, you can ask people that are coming to the local event, hey, comment below if you're going to come. What would you like to see? What are the looks that you want to see? What's the problems that you want to solve, with your skincare or whatever. So you can make sure that you tailor the event just to them, and you can highlight like your 5 favorites so they know what to expect. So because what happens is when I do this, by the time I get to the home event, they're already like, yeah, they already know what they want to ask me about, what they're interested in buying. Like, they're already ready to purchase something, which, hello, makes my job so much easier. They're like, yeah, so that mascara that you kept showing, that's what I know I want that for sure. And they'll put that on their list. Okay? All right. So the actual event. You're going to post every day on that event leading up to it. Take sales from people out of town. All good. Make sure your hostess posts just like you would on your online parties, right? You're just not going to go post crazy. You're just going to post like once a day leading up to it. Tonight's the night. All that good stuff. Ask your hostess the day of to remind everybody personally. That's super important because it's so easy to forget. So she needs to message, text, call just really quick, because I've been there where I meant to go to somewhere and I just completely spaced it and never showed up, and I never got a reminder call, and and I actually would have appreciated it because I actually wanted to go. So remind your hostess that's your coaching, hey, go ahead and give your friends a quick message, text, whatever. Let them know how excited you are for them to come tonight. You don't need to ask them, are you coming tonight? Hey, I'm super excited for you to come tonight. Can't wait to see you at 6:30. Okay? All right, night of the event. Before the event, get a little prepared, and I'll go over some things that I have in my home parties and what I feel like are necessities and optional things. But before the parties, you're going to get all prepared. Make sure you get to the party ahead of time, okay? I know, I'm always running late for things, but you don't want to be running late for this. You want to get there ahead of time so you're there before her guests arrive. Otherwise, she's going to start feeling a little bit anxious, okay? And you need to look professional, all right? So you're going to get there before your hostess arrives. Give her a quick text. Hey, I'm going to be there 30 minutes before. I can help you with drinks, whatever. Encourage her to have some refreshments to keep it simple. If you need to, bring some refreshments along. Help her not stress about it, okay? The more simple, the better. Now, some of you might be wondering, why, Michelle, why didn't you have like a whole setup of how you set up your home parties? Because guess what? I don't do a setup. Because I've learned over the years that my job is to make this look duplicatable. I need this to make this look easy, that someone else can come to this as a guest and picture themselves doing what I'm doing. So that's why I don't put a setup. I don't bring a table and a tablecloth and this whole, huge thing. I want to be able to walk from my car to her house in one trip, maybe two if I bring inventory, but one trip from my car to her and show this hostess, man, look how easy and fun this is. Like, you could totally do this. And all of her guests want to be thinking the same thing. So I have a makeup trunk. If you don't have the unique one, you can buy a little Walmart one, or I use a 31 bag sometimes. I'll just stick everything in there. Hey, it doesn't matter. Just make it look simple, okay? Now, some of you are wondering, do I need all the products? No. And I will go over which products I think you absolutely need to have from my experience and what you can kind of add as you go along. But I did my first in-home event with just my kit. Just my kit. That means I didn't have anything on hand to sell to these people, okay? And you know what? It wasn't a big deal. It wasn't a big deal at all. I took orders for things. I used my catalog. I used what I had. Not a big deal. So let me tell you things I think are necessities, though, for you to feel confident, right, going into this. One of the things that I absolutely have is a catalog. Okay. If you can have more than one, that is super helpful. My goal is that everybody has one. Go in with somebody local. Get a pack of 50 and share it with like 4 other presenters, so you keep 10 of them, okay? Keep 10, because a home party is usually not going to have any more than 10. So have 10 catalogs. They don't get to keep these unless maybe they purchase, and then you can order more. But every single person needs to get a catalog because that's going to make it easier for them to shop, all right? So everybody gets a catalog. Everybody gets a pen. That's super important so they can write things down. And then the other thing that everybody needs to get is something to write down the colors that they're using. Now, I'm not sure if this is still available. This was available in the Younique Boutique, but if it's not a big deal because there's actually images in my image library that have a face, places to write. If you don't have time to get that or make copies, get an index card, like literally, or get a piece of paper and cut it into 6 pieces. They just need a piece of paper to write on. It doesn't have to be fancy, but you will regret them not having a paper to write on, because what's going to happen is they're going to be playing with colors and products, and at the end they're going to be like, shoot, what was that color that I liked? What was the foundation color again? They want something to write down, and you want them to write stuff down too, so you know what they want. So at the end, you can help them create their perfect bundle or collection or whatever they want to get and get the best deal. So catalog, pen, something to write with. That's what every single person needs. I would also add, you need to have a business card for at least everybody that they can take with them. Okay, whether they order or not, they need to have your information. A couple other things that I have found very, very helpful. Now, I do take a lot of orders online. So this question comes up a lot with, how do you order for people? And it kind of depends on what you're doing, but I rarely, like never, get on the website and have them order one at a time through the website. I find that takes too much time and I can't help everybody all at once. I have never tried telling them to go to the website because I feel like that's just kind of awkward. Like, hey, we're at the home party now. Go log on to this website, click on your party, go ahead and shop. But you totally could do that. I haven't tried it, but you totally could do that. Here's what I do instead. I take their information, okay? These are not the Younique order forms, but there are order forms on the Younique site that you can print off. They're PDFs. They have all the products and prices for every single country. They're awesome. I don't use those. And here's why. I gave everybody a catalog. Guess what? All the prices are in here. So I don't need to print off prices separately. This order form is blank, so I can use it every year. Okay? Forever and ever. Anywhere I go, no matter what the prices change. I don't have to worry about any prices changing, new products, retiring, whatever. I never have to fix these. The other reason I had these printed, I actually went to an online printer. I think I went to printrunner.com, is because I had them carbon copied. Okay, it is very important to me, personally, as a business person, that I give my customer a receipt. That they know just what they ordered. It's got my contact information on it. So when I printed these, I printed these for my team like in a mass bulking. So I didn't pre-print my information on here. But if you're doing your own, you can just put your information on here and it'll print on every single one. What I've done is I'll just go back through and put like a little sticker on it because I didn't do that up front. So this is super duper helpful. Look, see, it's just easy. It's branded. It looks super nice and professional. And that actually is going to go with their catalog. So I pass this out right at the beginning. Okay, there's no... They know they're there to purchase, okay? There's no like, I wonder if they'll buy or not. Awkward, you know, trying to pass out an order form. So this goes right with them, with everything else. They go in the beginning. The other thing, let me tell you about ordering. So what I will usually do is either get their information. So on here, it actually has a place for their credit card, okay? Because I don't usually process the orders. I don't always process the orders right then and there. What I do, this is going to sound a little complicated, hopefully it doesn't. What I do is I take all the orders from that night and I figure out the way to get the best deal. So let's say nobody from that party ordered a collection, but the products all kind of fit a collection within Younique. What I'll do is I'll actually order a collection and get all the prices at a discount, but I don't necessarily pass those discount prices on to the customer because they didn't purchase a collection, but it saves me money. So I will either have them, if I do it like that where it's a bulk order, I will use my Square app or PayPal app, and yes, it does take off a small percentage, but you know what? It's so easy to use, I don't even mind, okay? The percentage is totally worth it to save that money later on in the discounts or the bulk ordering. Or for example, let's say three individual people order 3 lip glosses. Well, I'm going to order a set of 3 lip glosses instead of processing each order separately. That's just what I choose to do. You don't have to do that. The other option you have, though, is to go ahead and process each thing individually. I have them write their card number down. You'd be surprised, maybe not surprised. I never have issues with people giving me their credit card. I rarely ever have issues where people don't want to give me their credit card, okay, especially when they meet me in person. So they write their credit card down. I can go on the website later, input them as a customer, okay, and then put their order in separately. The only reason I would ever put their order in separately is, number one, if their order is over $100, so they can get free shipping, or if they're okay with giving the $5.50 in shipping. But normally at my home parties, everybody's like, yeah, just ship it to the hostess. I'll come pick it up from her. We work together. We're neighbors. They don't want to pay for shipping. So it doesn't make sense to put their orders in individually unless they're over $100. So just keep that in mind. There's no real rules here, you guys. Just use your common sense about ordering. Should I put their order in separately? Whatever, okay? But every customer goes on my customer database. So even if I do a bulk order, I have a database, and you can use an Excel spreadsheet, a notebook. I use a website called FitFu. Fortune is in the follow-up, so fitfu.com, and I put every single customer in there, no matter how they purchase, cash, check, credit card, whatever. That goes in there, okay? So a couple other things I have found helpful for a home party. And so part 1, we're just going to go over what you need. Part 2, I'm actually going to do like running a home party. So this video is going to be just part 1. Come back later tonight for part 2, just a heads up. The other things that I think are really helpful for a home party. So I just got these. I didn't have these for the longest time, but I was doing several in-home events, and I didn't have like mirrors for everybody, and I found that a little frustrating, okay? I'd gotten some mirrors at Walmart, and they just were getting all dirty and scratched up and whatever. I found these on Amazon, and I love them. Now, you don't have to start off with buying 10 of them like I did. You can buy like 2, and then 2 more, and then 2 more, you know, be reasonable. But these are little mirrors. They're the best things ever. So they fold so they don't get scratched up into my bag. They go like this, okay? Oh. Obviously, I've used these. They stand up on their own. These are the best things ever. And they look nice and professional. There's a few little fingerprints on here, but pretty much because they fold into themselves, they don't get dirty. And they are super duper thin. I mean, I can do 10 of them and they're only going to take up this much spot in my bag. Speaking of bags, if you're wondering what is a great bag to carry all your stuff in, I highly recommend 31 Bags. It's another direct sales company. I love to support them. They have awesome stuff. But if you don't want to get these, I mean, I found these little mirrors at Target for $1. So you don't have to spend a lot of money on mirrors, but I do feel like it's important that each person has a mirror. Really, really important. Okay, really, really important. The other thing that I have done is these color charts. These are for the colors. It's just an easy visual that, you know, they're all looking through their catalog, but the catalog's kind of thick, so they're trying to like page by page. Where was those foundation colors? I bring a little easel, and this is probably the only thing I set up. I put it on my hostess's counter or coffee table or whatever. If she doesn't have room to like hang them up, I'll just set them up. But I have one for foundation matching, one for like extra stuff, blush. Obviously these are going to be updated with the new colors shortly. Eye products. It's just easy for them to glance at it like boom at a, you know, at a glance. Another project I'm working on, again, you don't have to have this, but it's really helpful to have some kind of image, either a database or image resources where you can find pictures of the product on somebody. Because here's the thing, if I don't have that product, people are going to be like, well, what does that product look like on somebody? So let's say I can't afford to have every single, you know, lipstick, but somebody sees this lipstick in the catalog and they want to know what it looks like on somebody. The swatch is not good enough for them. So have either access to a Facebook group where there's images of the products on people. You can use my image group, other image groups. You can do a Google Drive where you put your own pictures on there. Totally fine. I think something online is great. The other option, and this is something that I'm going to be doing, is I'm going to be putting together just like little 5x5 pictures, like all the lipstick colors on lips. And I don't have to make those myself because there's other unique presenters that take pictures with themselves with every color, right? Or I can just search on Facebook, dainty cream shadow, and I'll find somebody out there that has dainty on their lids. And I can take that screenshot and bam, put it together. I will be putting this image together and I'll be in my image group pretty soon. So if you don't want to make it yourself, you can wait for that. Products. You don't have to have all the products, you guys, but you do need to have ways to sample the products that you do have. So I have these cosmetic wedges I'll use for the foundation. If you don't have brushes for everybody, okay, you need to have some kind of professional way. If you want to be showing off some of the skincare, you can buy these little plastic containers off Etsy or Amazon, and you can just put your little, you know, little squirt of whatever you want them to try, and that way you can pass them out ahead of time, and they can have like their own little, you know, little thing there. Now that we have the Epic mascara that doesn't have fibers, you actually could sample that. This one is not going to be as good as the other one, so just let people know. And what you need to do is get a sample set of this. So one that you have not personally used yourself. That's important because you're not going to contaminate. Okay, that means you can never personally have used the wand and stuck it back in. So buy one, put a big label on it that says sample, okay, maybe get two, okay, whatever, if you're doing a big home party, and you can let people sample it. And all you do is take one of these, you take this out, you put this in, they sample it, boom, you're done, okay? Super easy. So you can consider doing something like this. You do not have to, okay? I never sampled the 3D Plus. I sold a bunch, so don't even worry about that. Whatever products you do have, this is something that I have done with my color products, is I put a little label on it, a swatch, and I've also started adding the names. Okay, you guys are gonna laugh. I have bad eyesight, so this says Stellar, okay, because I freaking can't read this, all right? I don't know about you guys, you have amazing eyes. I can't read it. So I have put the names on the side. I just started doing that. I need to go back and fix this. So when I have these out, my gosh, it's so easy. Now, I have a lot of product, but you don't have to have a lot of product. I'll show you what I have my product in. I went to the Container Store. I went a little nuts. I got this awesome drawer for all my lip products. So when I'm at a home party, I just pull these out. I'll talk to you guys more in part 2 about how I run it. So, but the must things I think you need to have. You need to have foundation, you need to have concealer, you need to have primer, and you need to have our whatever brush you're going to promote with this, the Flawless 4, okay? My primer is somewhere else. not within hand's reach at the moment, okay? You need to have the Flawless 4. It does not need to be every color, okay? You don't need to put this makeup on their face. You're going to be putting it on their hand, but you need to have the products to show them because they will not buy this if they can't try it. I promise you, you've got to have this in hand. You do not have to have every lip gloss color, lipstick color, splash color, lip stain color, but you need to have one. Just one, okay? I say one of each, because the texture of it is so important. Figure out which one would be the most popular color, okay? Which color, it's probably the nudes or the light colors, okay? So just so they can feel the texture of it, and you can sample them. So again, with the lip splash lipstick, get one that is your sample that you did not personally use, no customers personally used it, and you can go to Sally's, Amazon, and you can buy lip applicators. I sell so many lip products because I let people try them. That's huge, okay? It's huge. You let people try them, and then everyone at the party is like, oh my gosh, that color looks so good on you. And the girl's like, really? You think so? And she's like, okay, I'll get it. You know, it's great. Let me think if there's anything else I would add. I mentioned payment. So cell phone, smartphone, you need to be able to take a credit card somehow, or write down their credit card number to be able to process it later. If you don't have a way to process credit cards, then just let them know it's going to be $5.50. Whatever. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. Or you can waive the shipping fee. Whatever you want to do. It's totally up to you. If you have the new, Younique is coming out with a new Lash and Carry app, depending on when you're watching this, and that will be another way that you can process credit cards, but you still have to have an account with PayPal. Okay? Last thing before I end this part 1 is, if you don't have order forms or someone doesn't purchase, consider doing some little cards like this. You can do it at the very beginning before they even fill out an order form, and do it as a drawing just to get their information. Here's what I love about this, okay? It has a place to say hosting. Can you guys see this? It's backwards, I know. Hosting, become a presenter, client. So what I do is I'll do a drawing at the beginning. You can have them fill this out, and then this tells me who might be interested in what, and at the end I can go back and reference this or follow up with this. And even if they don't purchase, I still get their information. So we talked about some of the important things. Try to get at least some brushes. You can get some brush cleaner if you want to. Otherwise, you can just do generic, you know, disposable eyelash things until you work up to be able to getting, you know, a couple of brushes that people can use, cleaning, stuff like that. Oh, the other must, you have to have this. You have to. Makeup remover cloths. Now, I have the Shine cloths. Yes, I do. But this is what I use at parties, and I'm not ashamed to say that. Because these are cheap, and they're just wiping it off their hand. And I have never sold Shine cloths by having them wipe off makeup off their hand. So, anyways, this is like the only non-Younique product I bring with me, okay? If you don't bring this with you, people will be upset with you because they want to wipe their hands off, all right? If you guys have any questions about what to bring to a home party, feel free to comment below. Thanks for watching part 1. I'll be back later tonight for part 2 on what to actually do at your home party to rock the sales and get future hostesses and people joining, all right? See you guys soon. Bye.